Welcome to the world of Formula One. Today we're diving into the latest news regarding the latest driver transfers, new FIA rules, and some exciting upgrades coming to the Spanish Grand Prix next weekend. So let's jump into the drivers market first. While there aren't a lot of confirmed transfers at the moment, the latest big news is that Sergio Perez has signed a 2-year extension with Red Bull, and we'll see if it's a 1+1 or a confirmed 100% 2-year extension. I think Christian Horner said that it's a 1+1, which means that they have an option for a second year, depending on how it goes the first year, obviously. There's some clauses in between that. But let's talk about Carlos Sainz, because he is the one stopping the whole driver transfer market right now. His options with Mercedes and Red Bull seems to be off the table. We have heard Toto Wolff confirm that already. I think they are looking to confirm Kimi Antonelli. But my personal opinion, I still think they might go for Valtteri Bottas for 1 year before they take Kimi Antonelli, so they don't take Kimi way too fast into an F1 car. He needs to get comfortable in the F2 car he's in right now. But we'll see what happens. What's next for our Spanish driver though? It looks like the choices are narrowing down between Williams and the Sauber Audi team, but Williams have reportedly offered him a multi-year contract with a rumored clause allowing him to leave in 2026 if a better opportunity arises with another team. But let's take that with a grain of salt for now. It seems unlikely Williams will agree to such a condition, since they're looking for something long-term to build upon. I know they don't want to go into 2026 with a driver that is not confirmed. So I think they're gonna go for a 2 or 3 year extension on the driver they will take in, so they can build a robust team around it. But we'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting to see, especially when Carlos Sainz makes his decision, because as soon as he makes his decision, all the other teams will just jump on the wagon and make decisions straight away on the other drivers out there. But we'll see. It seems unlikely that he's at least going to Sauber, so I think Carlos Sainz is going to Williams. Personally, I think the Audi offer might be more attractive for Carlos, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully he makes his decision soon, as other drivers, as I said, are waiting in the wings. Speaking of other drivers, Valtteri Bottas has been in talk with Williams as well, but they are waiting on Sainz's decision. As I said, if Carlos goes to Sauber, Williams will likely go for Valtteri Bottas. Bottas has also been talking to Haas and potentially Mercedes. Interestingly, there is new information that he has been in discussions with the Alpine team too. On the topic of Alpine though, Jack Doohan, the reserve driver, is emerging as the strong candidate for the seat next year. He's already the team reserve driver, as I said, and has earned plenty of praise from Bruno Famin, the team principal, for his feedback in the simulator. He is sitting in the simulator every single race or every single free practice, etc., just to make sure that the Alpine car is as good as possible. But when comparing Bottas and Doohan, it really comes down to whether the team wants immediate performance with Bottas or they want long-term performance with Doohan. And that's going to be an interesting decision they need to take, because Doohan, yes, he's coming from Formula 2, 3, 4, etc. He has knowledge of the single-seater car, but Bottas has proven he's a proven performer. Doohan represents a future investment, obviously, but I believe Alpine wants a strong, robust driver in the beginning, especially now when they have issues with Esteban Ocon and Gasly. We know that Esteban Ocon is leaving the team in 2025. This is his last season with the team. He hasn't confirmed which team he's going to go to, if he's going to go to a Formula 1 team. Let's talk about Mercedes. There have been a lot of rumors about Kimi Antonelli, the 17-year-old prodigy. He's pushing for an F1 seat, but personally, I think it's too soon for him. He should spend more time in F2 to gain experience, knowledge, be comfortable with the single-seater car. It seems like Toto Wolff understands this as well, so we'll see. What I would go for if I were Mercedes, take in Valtteri Bottas for 1 or 2 year, 1+1. To make sure that they are comfortable with Kimi Antonelli stepping into the car. You don't really want a new driver or a rookie driver to come in when new regulations are coming 2026. So there might be that Mercedes goes for Kimi Antonelli 2025, just to make sure he has 1 year, like one season to go to get him comfortable in F1. So let's dive into the super license updates. Speaking of young drivers, we got some confirmed updates from FIA. 2 tweaks to the super license rule has been made and opened the door for Kimi Antonelli to join or even make an early official debut this year, even if it's only in a practice session. The previous rule required the driver to be at least 18 years of age and have a valid driver license, but Antonelli won't be 18 until August, so that's one rule that is gonna ruin his life for now, and he can't get a driver license in Italy before he's 18. However, the updated rules now confirms that drivers under 18 can get a super license if they have demonstrated outstanding ability and maturity in a single-seater competition. He has done that, and Mercedes has big hopes for Antonelli, driven by their faith in his talent and desire to make up for missing out on Max Verstappen a decade ago. Remember, a decade ago, Max Verstappen was going to Mercedes, but they didn't have an open position for him. I think it was Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg in the team at that point, and they didn't want to let go of any driver, which made Red Bull jump the wagon and said, "You'll get an immediate F1 seat with us." That's what Max Verstappen did, and that's his career for now. Looking into the Spanish Grand Prix upgrades, VCARB, whatever their name is, VCARB, Red Bull Racing, Racing Bulls, I don't know, but let's look at VCARB. They are bringing a significant upgrade to upgrade package focused on improving high-speed corners, which has been their main weakness. Changes to front and rear wings are expected. These modifications are expected to provide better aerodynamic efficiency. They are expected to add 2 to 2.5 tenths per lap. This could be crucial for tracks like Barcelona and Silverstone, where high-speed corners are prevalent. Improved focus on high-speed corners. They currently excel in low and medium-speed corners, but they need to catch up on those high-speed sections. They have had issues with those high-speed sections for a long time, and hopefully they can bring some meaningful upgrades this race. Looking at Aston Martin, parts aimed at improved tire degradation. They have previous upgrades for balance and pace didn't yield expected results as they were looking for, so these new parts focus on tire management. We know that their race pace has had an issue because of tire degradation. They have revised parts in floor and front wing. Enhancements made to these components are intended to improve overall balance and as well tire life, as they have had issues. Struggling with race pace and tire management, as I said, despite showing potential in practice sessions, they need the race performance to be much better, because after half of the race, they are basically dropping down if they don't have a pit stop just before. Looking at Red Bull, addressing the suspension issues, they are doing that. Problems with the suspension setup has been causing the tire degradation for Red Bull, especially in the last laps of the race. The suspension is too soft. It's causing way too much degradation on the tires. They've been unable to maintain optimal stiffness on the tires, and it is affecting their race strategy for now. They have been lucky, for example, the last race in Canada, but we'll see what happens in the next coming 3 races or the next coming 3 weekends, because it's going to be beautiful having 3 weekends in a row with Formula 1. They are having new parts to fix the suspension correlation problems. The upgrades aim to better align with the simulator on-track performance. So we'll see if the simulator on-track and the on-track performance can correlate with each other coming to Spain. McLaren, they have continuous minor upgrades expected for Spain, Austria and Silverstone rather than one large package. McLaren opts for incremental improvements because they want to see what the car does with the update they bring, so they don't go backwards and they go forwards. They have strong performance in slow, medium and high speed corners. The car is versatile and competitive across the board. It doesn't matter which track it is right now. It looks like McLaren has found its top-notch car. They're gonna come with some new upgrades, obviously, and we'll see if that can even further expand the car's performance. It's gonna be interesting to see Spain, Silverstone, Austria coming up, especially Spain and Silverstone. interesting, definitely interesting. They need to focus a little bit on the balance and maintaining performance edge, even despite the car's excellent performance. Maintaining balance is crucial, particularly in challenging tracks like Monaco. Monaco has been, and we have already been there this year, so there's no reason to have an issue regarding that. Ferrari, looking at Ferrari, new floor is expected for Spain to help with the tire warm-up and overall speed. We know that they have had issues warming up those tires. It takes way too long for the Ferrari car to warm them up. The upgrades aim to address the issues with heating the tires, and effectively during qualifying, that's where they have their issues, the biggest issues, because they need to get that top positions on those qualifyings. But if they cannot push those tires up to a perfect condition, it's not gonna be well. Struggling with the tire heating and maintaining race pace, we know they're losing positions, as I said, so we'll see if their cold tires can become warm with this upgrade coming to Spain. They are aimed at improved qualifying performance and race positions. The new floor should enhance tire grip and overall car speed, helping them secure better start position. So I think they are loosening the drag a little bit to make sure the car goes faster. Looking at Mercedes, they have a new floor and a possible diffuser changes. These upgrades are aimed at improving the aerodynamic efficiency and overall car performance. Expected to bring significant time gains on the car actually. The upgrades could make a substantial difference, particularly in lap times. So we'll see if their upgrades will go forward or backwards. They have a flexi front wing under scrutiny, but it was deemed legal by FIA. So we know that Red Bull sent an unofficial complaint to FIA regarding the flex wings, because we know that McLaren and Ferrari and Mercedes are running their flex wings nowadays, and it seems to be working very well. The new floor should help regain their strength in slow corners, because we know that they have been having issues with those slow corners, and a characteristic of their previous models, let's say, because looking at 2 years back, the car model has been bad in a lot of corners, especially the slow speed corners. That's all for today's updates. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, please like. It would mean the world to me and push this channel even further. I'm new to YouTube, so I'm trying this out while I'm learning editing. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.